Hey everybody, first things first, I just want to talk a little bit about how things have been going on my end. I am almost done providing you with typed comments for level 3, which was attitudes about children and childhood. There are 4 of you left, and I will be getting to those this morning, so keep your eye out for that. I hope that you have been getting all of my comments. For the first level, I typed right into the discussion board just to get to know you guys. For the second level, I worked on a voice comment. So when you go into your grades and you see if you completed the level and whatnot, there should be a little play button. You can hear my voice talking to you. And then for level 3, I've been typing. We are working, or you guys... level 4 poetry. Almost every single person has that completed. I'm going to go in there within the next couple of days and do a really quick grade on that one. So it'll probably just be a rubric grade with no comments. And my thinking there is that I've given a lot of different comments. I'm working off of the tips for completing levels and quests document, and I just kind of want to be able to move efficiently through that to save my time and energy to be able to reply more meaningfully to you guys on Charlotte's Web, which is really leading me into the work for this week. But one more thing before I talk about that. I know that I gave a lot of reboots available on level 2, I believe, and I have some emails from you guys. If you did go back in and fix that, if you're one of those people, make sure you email me, because if you don't, it's not on my radar. If that's not resolved by the end of this week, then let's try to reach out to me, because give me a few days to clean up my emails and just catch up. Same to you guys. If you're somebody who there are a few things kind of hanging in limbo and you haven't done them, don't give up. This is still a really good time in the quarter to invest. And like I said at the start and in the syllabus, life is going to happen to each of us differently, depending on what's going on, who we are, what quarter we're in. And I just want there to be room for grace and room for correcting course, etc. So I'm going to clean up on my end. You try to clean up on your end. And by the end of the week, I think we'll see if there's anything that we need to address. But for the most part, you guys are really doing an awesome job, contributing great things to our discussions, and just keep it up. I'm looking forward to seeing what we're doing in this first quest with Charlotte's Web. All right, this Tuesday, you are going to finish reading Charlotte's Web and just edit your post, chapter 12 through the end. Make sure you follow those instructions. And then by Thursday, you're going to write replies for Charlotte's Web. And because Charlotte's Web is technically a fantasy, specifically animal fantasy, we're going to read chapter 8 in Russell's text, which is about the fantasy genre, and have a fun kind of icebreaker conversation where we tie together some of our own interests and thoughts about that genre with what we're reading from Russell. I encourage you, keep using page numbers, keep pointing out specific reading, close reading, but also that comprehensive reading, and try to just spend the time in level 5 reflecting. And then by Sunday, you're going to reply to the level 5 fantasy discussion, and we are really closing up a chapter in the course, you could say. And then by next week, we'll be moving on to picture books and visuals and other more artistic elements in children's literature. So yeah, that kind of goes along with what I was saying earlier about how this week is a chance to just tidy everything up, catch everything up, put a bow on it, and we'll move on to a different section in the course. Just a couple of kind of fun things to chat through. I don't know if you guys are reading Charlotte's Web paper copy, but there is an amazing rendition of Charlotte's Web in an audio book. And I just purchased it for my son. We're not really there yet, but what makes it so interesting, and I'm seeing this a lot more as the audiobook genre develops, is that there's a cast and there is a soundtrack. So it says full cast, narrated by Meryl Streep. And there are lots of different people playing the parts. So instead of one reader doing the voices for each character, you have a character playing their part and playing that voice. I listened to Matilda, read by the actress Kate Winslet, years ago, and it was just such an interesting experience to have it portrayed that way. At the end of the quarter, we read When Stars Are Scattered, and that book also comes in audio file, and it's got a cast, and it has sound effects and music and all of these things. You really feel like you're sitting and watching a play. And when I read that final book for our course, personally, I was oscillating between reading it in the graphic novel format and then listening to it. Depending on where I was, I wanted to keep reading, but I couldn't sit down, so I'd like walk the lake and listen, and then I'd come home and read another chapter in the visual. And I think it's a really interesting experience. So if you get a chance at any point to preview Charlotte's Web in the audio file format or any of the books that we're working with this quarter, it's a fun thing to kind of reflect on and look into. And lastly, I just want you guys to know that my email inbox is not only for, hey, I did this thing, I fixed this thing. It's also just a place where we can connect. So if you are struggling with anything or curious about something as a student, if you really just don't know who to talk to, but you need a resource and, and you don't know who to bring it to, take a chance. I encourage you, take a risk and bring your questions or your concerns or your curiosities to me. And if I can't answer something, I will try to find someone who can. I really want this class, even though it's online and we give each other space to learn, I still want you to feel like you're getting the benefit of having a faculty member near to you as you learn and near to you in your college experience in general. And I want you guys to be doing well, not just in this course, but across the board, so that you can achieve whatever it is that you are here to achieve, whether that's earning your AA and graduating high school, or pursuing a career you've always wanted, or coming back to school to try to figure out what you want to be. Maybe your financial situation has changed. I know you're all in such different situations, and I can't, be everything, but I can try to find someone who can help you through whatever obstacles there are, because I know personally from earning a handful of, different degrees that there are going to be obstacles every quarter, every semester, every month, every week, every day. And it's all about using your resources to persevere. So let me know if I can be more of a resource to you to help you persevere. I am rooting for you and looking forward to reviewing your work this week.